stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Alright guys, I'm finally getting around to doing this video. I've been meaning this video for a very, very long time. I have no good excuse, but here it is, guys. This is my 2015 Dodge Charger Scat Pack, and I'm very excited to do this video for you guys. So let's dive right into it. Let's talk about what we all want to talk about right away. Let's talk about the engine. This is a 6.4 liter Hemi engine. So what is a Hemi engine? Essentially, a Hemi engine is 2 spark plugs per cylinder. Traditionally, a car, especially an 8-cylinder car, is 1 spark plug per cylinder. So this car has 16 spark plugs for more cleaner, I wouldn't say fuel efficient, but more cleaner burn for more power. Let's not talk about fuel efficient right away, but I do want to get into fuel efficient. But let's talk about power. So like I mentioned, this is a 485 horsepower, 6.4 liter Hemi engine of 475 foot-pounds of torque. Alright guys, let's test out this power, shall we? So we were talking about power. I just gave that nice little demonstration of what this car feels like. Let's go back to the numbers. Okay, so my best personal 0 to 60 time was 4.3 seconds. My best quarter mile time is 12.6 seconds. Now here's the interesting thing, guys. The 12.6 seconds this car said I ran is actually accurate. That's literally the time slip I got when I ran it down the track. Now, here's the funny part. How did I get that best time? I had a couple people already ask me, like, wow, 4.3 is pretty fast. Believe it or not, guys, I did try my launch control. I think I tried it too high in RPM. I should go back and try lowering it. But I spun everywhere. Like, it didn't do crap for me. So I went for my 3rd time, and I tried revving up oh so gently while holding the brake, obviously, and I eased into the throttle. The car real easily just took off. There was no drama, no nothing. I got a 1.860 foot time, which tells you a whole lot more than actually the 4.3 seconds 0 to 60 for any of my track friends or track viewers that are aware. 1.8 is really good for a production car, especially on a street tire. A lot of people need a drag rail to get a 1.860 foot, believe it or not, like a basic drag rail. Partially the reason is definitely the fact it's an 8-speed. This first gear is really, really, really short. Alright, let's go back and talk about acceleration, guys. It's a good opportunity to test out first gear pull for you. Oh, man. Alright, guys, let's talk about the handling. Second gear, let's hit the gas. Off the gas, go around the turn. The tires, it's the front tires I start to give first. Going around here. Not bad. So the weakest link for this car, as far as handling is concerned, is the tires. It's not the best handling car I've driven, but when you take into consideration the fact that this is a 4-door sedan with probably the shittiest 245 tires I can think of, this car impresses me. I'm very impressed by its handling. And what I like the most about this handling is I've driven other cars that handle a lot better than this. You know, a lot of it has to do with the weight and the type of tire. But they also, like, this car is so livable. A car that comes to mind that I do want to do a review for you guys is my girlfriend's 2016 WRX. It's hands down the best handling car I've driven. I haven't driven everything under the sun, but I've driven a couple Corvettes. I've driven some Mustangs with suspension modifications, a BRZ. I've driven some decent handling cars, and her car by far is the best handling car. Without a long shot. But back to my point, what I like about this car a lot is the fact that it's very well balanced. I'm not talking about the balance in the suspension. I'm just talking about balance in the aspect that it's really comfortable, but yet it handles very, very well. All right, back to the handling, guys. Okay. On the Brembo brakes, really easy. We're not going nuts here. Back down the second gear, real flat, not doing anything. Like I said, when you're not really pushing, it's just butter smooth. All right. So let's talk about something that deserves, and that reminds me of it. Let's talk about something that deserves a little bit of time to talk about. As far as production V8s are concerned, or almost any production sports car for that fact, I feel as though this is one of the best factory exhausts I've ever heard. Oh, you gotta love that sound, that exhaust. It's liberating. I love it. It's, you know, going back to the car with split personalities. When I'm on the highway, this thing's quiet as can be. There's no drone, there's no nothing. But when I'm on it, especially going through a tunnel, this thing is nasty. Nasty. I freaking love it. I can't express how much I love how this car sounds going through a tunnel. Like, it's amazing. That's what we're going to talk about. So let's talk about fuel economy. So why are we talking about fuel economy in a 6.4 liter 485 horsepower car? At the end of the day, guys, it's important that even the muscle cars become more fuel efficient as we move forward. You know, what I really like about, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this 4-cylinder technology, displacement of demand essentially, but I like it. I actually wish it would stay on more often. So when you're doing your research, guys, on this car, you're going to get a big difference in variance between gas mileage. I'm right now getting, well, I started at 17, I'm down to 16.6, can't imagine why. But, I mean, I average anywhere from really, realistically, 18 to 22 miles per gallon. And I wish I could keep 4-cylinder on manually when I'm, you know, the problem is, the reason why you're going to see such difference in variance when you ask for the kind of gas mileage they get is because the car is finicky when it puts itself in the 4-cylinder mode. Usually anything over 70, 75 miles an hour, even real light throttle, it kicks itself off 4-cylinder mode. So you're running on 8 cylinders. I really wish there was a button, and I'm speaking only strictly from the Scat pack. I'm not sure about the SRT. We'll talk about that in a second as well. So you're going to see different variants. I mean, if you're on a road, like not a major highway, but a highway, you're doing 50, 55, 60 miles an hour with very little city driving, you're going to get really good gas mileage. It will stay in 4-cylinder mode, and, you know, it will. And one of these days I'll take a trip and see what this car really can get, because when you really think about the displacement, you think about 4,400 pounds, the fact that I've even averaged 22 miles per gallon is really impressive. And that's not me hitting the restart button, that's literally me. That was one of the better miles per gallon I got while just driving around, and I did a trip to the shore where I was doing 55, 60 miles an hour. But it's still, that 22 is still an average of all the other driving I did that week, including probably some pulls here and there and some fun. So let's talk about the SRT model for a second. So I'm going to talk about this for briefly. So the three major differences from the Scat Pack and the SRT is the rims look different, and the rims in the SRT are very nice. 6-piston brakes versus the 4-piston brakes on the Scat Pack, and the tires are 275 actually. So those are three major differences. The car otherwise looks the same. I mean, you'll have some arguments with this, but essentially this car's an SRT. I actually, you know, this car's insured as SRT. There's even a little SRT thing that Dodge gives you right here in the banner. It kind of goes over the car. You know, it even says SRT in the freaking engine. So, you know, trust me, it's an SRT. You don't believe me, call up your insurance, tell me you have a Charger RT Scat Pack, and And I did that. I told them I have a Charger RT, and they gave me a quote, and I submitted the VIN number. Man, did that quote go up. So that's the difference there. So I want to talk about something that I've really grown to like, and I really appreciate what Dodge did with this car. Something I did not anticipate. You get a car, 485 horsepower, big 6.4 liter. You anticipate a fast car, you anticipate a fun car. What I did not anticipate is the I would say split personality this car has. And what I mean by that is, right now I'm just cruising talking to you guys about the car. I got my air conditioning on, I got my cooled seats on. I mean, it's really, really comfortable bucket seats with suede inserts in the center with leather on the outside. And I got 4-cylinder modes activated. Just cruising, I'm comfortable. I mean, I could take anybody in this car. I could take the girl in the car, I could take the friends, the family, co-workers if you want to try to be a little more civilized. But what I love about it is, if I want to have a ton of fun, I put it in manual mode, I use the paddle shifters here, I put it in sport mode, and the car is a whole nother animal. It's almost like having the good girl that's a freak in the bed. That sort of goodness. And I love it, and kudos to Dodge for doing such an amazing job of making this car. Essentially, it's so livable. I basically drive this car every day, down to work, down the highway, and you know, when I want to have a little bit of fun, like I said, I switch everything over. The car is just, it's a beast, it's intimidating. Matter of fact, I've had another one of these behind me, and this thing's very intimidating looking when it's behind you. But at the same time, it's extremely comfortable. It's, you know, like a soft teddy bear, and then it's just a raging dragon when you want it to be. Let's talk about my complaints for a second here while I have all this traffic. I just realized that I went to upshift and I accidentally downshift, and the reason why I did that is because this transmission, you have to push down to upshift and up to downshift, and that might be typical and standard, but I find it really annoying, and thank God the computer knows what to do, because I would drop the transmission out by now, I tell you that. So that's one of my complaints. My biggest complaint, which I've made aware in my other video, is this Bluetooth. Like, I can't call anybody, I can, that's a lie, but most of the time it doesn't recognize any names I'm using. Granted, that'd be my fault because my grammar's terrible. But it drops calls, it just does. I hate it so much that you typically don't use it. So let's go ahead and test it out and see if it works. So let me go ahead and merge first. Driving at the same time here, guys. Alright, so I hit the screen button here.
There are no phones connected.
Oh, that's right.
Connect a phone and try again.
No phone connected. I hate my Bluetooth so much that I don't have my phone connected. That's not by accident. I really dislike it. So let's go ahead and get my phone connected. Real quick. Activate my Bluetooth on my phone. There it is. It's connected. Uh-oh, Popos. Gotta make that donation to Cherry Hill. Alright, so let's try it again. I'll push the green button. Call Jen.
Line 1, Jeanette. Line 2, Jinwa. Line 3, Don Keeley. Line 4, John Morris. Line 5, towing assistance.
Now, it actually picked up the name I was trying to call, but funny enough, the last one that somehow the last one I picked up was towing assistance. I don't know how you get that out of it, but that's pretty funny.
Sorry, I still didn't get
Oh my
that.
God, shut off.
Make your selection on the
Off
screen
and
or press the voice button to continue my voice.
Shut up. Do you understand? Shut up. It's
Cancelled.
God. I thought maybe hitting the hang up would do it, but apparently. Some things to mention that I don't care for, but I'm really not going to hold it against the car. I'll let you guys know why. So, the entertainment system's pretty cool, minus the Bluetooth. I freaking hate it if you can't figure that out. but the audio quality is I mean, like, it's you know what I mean, at best, But the reason why I'm not going to be too hard on it is two major reasons. A, I didn't get the car for the audio, and B, there's an upgraded system I could have purchased. So how much complaining can I do if I didn't get the most upgraded system? So essentially this is the same one you probably get in the, you know, base charger as far as the audio is concerned. The other thing, I'm going to set two, it's got to be two, are the tires. These are the crappiest tires. I mean, everybody bashes the fact that Dodge put 275s on the Hellcat, which is 707 horsepower. Well, really, it's not much better since they put 245s on a 485 horsepower car either. Now, the reason why I'm not going to put that really as a negative check, if you will, is because essentially this car is a bargain car. This reminds me of, like, even like my Mustang when I got it back in the day, it was one of the best V8 you can get. It's an 06, 300 horsepower back in 06. There was much more. There was no Camaro, there was no Firebird. There's a few imports that are out there to make that kind of power and cost more money. So, and that came with 235s. I thought that was a joke. But at least I had 300 horsepower. Now I'm up. The next level is just 245, and I have 485 horsepower. And these tires do an hilarious job trying to hook up. Must have some heat, but they're not terrible. But it's something I'm going to end up upgrading like most people do. So I'm not going to hold it against it, because it's like, what I love about this car is a value car. You know, now with certain other cars, like the German cars, you can argue that you're getting more technology, maybe some better build quality, maybe some better materials, but essentially if you walked into, say, Mercedes and say, I wanted a full-size sedan, about 500 horsepower, and my budget's like 45, well, that might make a good video, so I'd recommend somebody go do that to get their face reactions. Alright guys, that about wraps it up for my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm really happy I got a chance to finally do this video. You know, it takes a lot of time to go do the panning shots and do the driving shots. But I had a lot of fun making it. If you guys have any questions at all about this car, please leave in the comment box below. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this and more reviews like this, please hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, I'm out of here. Take it easy. On your side. The front end will come out. You really start pushing it. But I mean, when you just drive around for fun, like, when you really consider the fact this is a sedan, it's amazing. This Mustang sounds good. Alright, I wish I had a camera behind me. It's a good sounding Mustang. Don't hit anybody. I can make that joke too, because I have a Mustang. Well, yeah, I still currently have a blown engine, but I have a Mustang. That sounded really good. So it's hard to argue with a nice sounding exhaust Mustang. I don't know if you guys were able to hear that, but it sounded pretty good. I don't care for the wrap. I don't really like wraps in general, but this one's not much different. Not bad sounding.